you have transgender kids and they get bullied and they get ostracized. And it's tough for them. Try to create an environment of some dignity and kindness for these kids.
I don't blame them, really, because, yeah, they got roped into a hate group. And once you get deep enough inside one of these things, it's really hard to get.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I'm about to make it a little bit worse. Yesterday, I don't normally make videos when somebody passes away. It's just not, it feels a little ghoulish to report on that, unless it's something like super relevant to, like, you know, like when Stan Lee passed away and I had been covering all of the terrible ways that people treated Stan Lee. You know, it made more sense. It made sense to report on it. You know, it's like, oh, Prince passes away. It's noteworthy, but I'm not exactly a cover every little bit of news kind of channel. But when Robbie Coltrane passed yesterday, a lot of people said, hey, you should cover this. I'm like, everyone already kind of knew. He played Hagrid, by the way, if you didn't know, in Harry Potter. But then there was the ever familiar spin where creepy SJWs were celebrating his passing. This was actually brought to my attention on in my Gilded server. By the way, we're about 10,000 members strong there. I've got a tutorial coming out later today that shows people like how to use it, how to download it, and how to get involved in the conversation, because some people asked for that. Also, nearly 300,000 people watched my video yesterday about leaving social media. It has not been easy. Catch myself peeking at it every once in a while, but I've been able to keep it off my phone and all that kind of stuff. So that's good. 10,000 people, closing in on 10,000 people on locals. Please, if you haven't yet, I was a little bummed that we had 300,000 people and only a couple thousand people came over to locals. But that's my fault. I don't think I offered enough value for reason for people to create yet another account, and I'll continue to work on that. But if you haven't yet, please do follow me over on thequartering.locals.com. I try to post daily, like, individual videos just addressed at that don't go on any other social media. They go in my Gilded, they go in my locals. I just posted one there 39 minutes ago. Please check that out. So Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and more Harry Potter stars pay tribute to Hagrid actor Robbie Coltrane, one of the funniest people I've ever met. Bonnie Wright, heartbroken by the passing of Robbie Coltrane. Hagrid was my favorite character. Robbie portrayed Hagrid's warmth, sense of home, and unconditional love for his students and magical creatures so brilliantly. Thanks for all the laughter. Miss you, Robbie. Sending love to your family. J.K. Rowling. I'll never know anyone remotely like Robbie again. He was an incredible talent, a complete one-off, and I was beyond fortunate to know him, work with him, and laugh my head off with him. I send my love and deepest condolences to his family, above all else, his children. Now, you would think, Emma Watson, right? The legacy of movies that is in my children's generation will show them their children, Coltrane said in the special. So you could be watching it in 50 years' time, easy. I'll not be here, sadly, but Hagrid will. Emma Watson, who starred as Hermione Granger in the franchise, wrote on her Instagram story, Robbie was like the most fun uncle I've ever had, but most of all, he was deeply caring and compassionate towards me as a child and as an adult. His talent was so immense that it made sense he played a giant. He would fill up any space with his brilliance. Robbie, if I ever get to be so kind as you were to me on a film set, I promise I'll do it in your name and memory, Watson continued. Know how much I adore and admire you. I really miss your sweetness, your nicknames, your warmth, your laughs, your hugs. You made us a family. Know you were that to us. Seems like everybody loved the guy. Daniel Radcliffe. Robbie was one of the funniest people I've ever met, and he used to keep us laughing constantly as kids on the set. Radcliffe's statement reads, I have especially fond memories of him keeping our spirits up on The Prisoner of Azkaban when we were all hiding from torrential rain for hours in Hagrid's hut, and he was telling us stories and cracking jokes to keep the morale up. I feel incredibly lucky that I got to meet him, work with him, and very sad that he's passed. He was an incredible actor and a lovely man. Now, he did live to 72 years old. I don't know if he was sick or what the case may be. 72 is, it's not unprecedented to pass away at that age, but most of us hope that we could extend past that. But of course, he's a terrible man. Why? I don't know. Because J.K. Rowling was sad that he passed away. Now, this is a thread put together by Data Racer. Let's take a little look at some of the replies here, okay? Burnin' HE double toothpicks, Robbie. Why did they say this? Because Robbie Coltrane backed J.K. Rowling, claiming her critics just hang around waiting to hate on her. Here's someone with, name, bunch of numbers, Ukraine flag. I would be sad about Robbie Coltrane passing away, but he defended a turf, so rest in piss, bozo. This is part of the biggest reason I left Twitter. I don't see stuff like this in my Gilded server, which, by the way, is cranking this morning. Thousands of new members. I love it. We're going to do, next week, for the people on my locals or in my Gilded server, we're going to do a watch party. So I'm going to do more events that, I woke up, by the way, side note, and I was like, dang, man, 300,000 people watch a video. And I was thinking for sure we would pass 10,000. But that's really my fault because I didn't do a good enough job adding value. So I'll have to do it more slowly. But we'll do watch party next week. I think it's something Halloween specific. And then, maybe every week we'll try to do something like that with the locals community, with the Subscribe Star community, with Gilded all together. I just don't understand. J.K. Rowling, you made him pass away by being transphobic. Robbie Coltrane died. He was a good actor. Too bad he died defending a turf. I have a genuine question, for my viewers. Who do you think writes this? What kind of person do you think gets up, sees somebody that they never knew really pass away, die, right? And then say ha ha ha, rest in piss, bozo, ha ha ha. Okay, if it was some sort of world leader that had sent young men to go not survive a battle so that they could get oil and whatever, that's a little different. This dude was just an actor. And by the way, he wasn't even that politically outspoken. He just said, hey, J.K. Rowling is a friend of mine and I'm just defending her. And they're like, Goody's dead. Are these people 10 years old? Are they bot accounts? Are they adults who write like this? Genuinely, I want to know. Kit Combat writes, just a reminder that Robbie Coltrane has publicly defended the Grand High Turf's turfiness, so maybe save your tears if you care about trans people. What? Robbie Coltrane, Hagrid off the racist wizard films, supported J.K. Rowling after she sustained a multi-year campaign of hate against trans people. I'm glad that he's dead, and I hope that none of his fans or loved ones are hanging around waiting to be offended by this. I will not be sad over Robbie Coltrane's passing. He was a transphobe and defended J.K. Rowling. 42 likes. Who are these people? They can't be adults, right? Look at all everybody who's worked with him, including, by the way, the actress that plays Hermione Granger. I can't think of her name right now. Who's a turbo feminist, who disavowed J.K. Rowling. The very woman that launched her entire career and made her a multimillionaire. Even she was no. And even if somebody's bad, okay. I don't understand what causes people to act like this. you know, like I don't really understand. This is what, by the way, this is what Twitter does to people. This is why I left. This is like, I'm going to my Guilded server. I'm going to locals. I'm out. 10 years of pure toxicity, 10 years. And now more than ever, like every time I opened up Twitter, it was like, oh, here's another person getting their life ended by some terrible criminal. Like I just couldn't take it anymore. And like, this is like, you know, what is this? This is like, just makes me feel even better about it. Out of respect for Robbie Coltrane, I think we should all take a break from making fun of J.K. Rowling for being a transphobe, but instead make fun of her because her dumb friend died. It's just ghoulish. I can only hope that like these are kids. Because if they're adults, there's no saving them. If they're kids, at least it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe you're just saying some stupid crap because you're a dumb kid. But if these people end up like being full-grown adults, I'm going to lose a lot of faith in humanity. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you over at Guilded and Locals, and we'll talk to you again real soon.